Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 1st to the 15th, 2022 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we have to be mindful of during this time. Virgo, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Ace of Wands. Now, this seems like a very interesting card to have as being mindful of because this is God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of passion and creativity. What we have to make sure is that the gift that's coming forward, the gift that is this passionate, like, brightness, it's our gift, that it's not somebody else's light, somebody else's passion overshadowing us and, really driving us in the direction that we're not comfortable with. We also have to look at what we're passionate about and say, this is what I want to do. This is what I desire. This is what I love. This is what I want. And we're going to think, wow, that sounds awfully, conceited and self-centered. It's not. It's really saying, this is where I need to be for me and opening up that door. Now let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, I love it. I love that yours just popped right out. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above the crown. And this is universal light. There's a brilliance to us during this time. There's a light, there's a beauty, there's a passion coming forward that's saying, share me, share me. That's why it's saying here, be mindful of what you're passionate about. Be mindful of, what you're focusing on. And if it's your passion, because your passion, Virgo, during this time will outshine anything else and everyone else. There's just going to be such a beauty to you and such a calmness that comes over you where it's like, okay, this is where I need to be. This is what I love. And there could be something. Okay, I'm going to use a personal example. Like, I just started crocheting again. I needed something that was calm and that was beautiful and that I really loved doing. And I thought, oh, let me do this. Let me pick this up. And I forgot how much I loved it. And I always thought, oh, this is like, an old lady sort of thing, and kind of felt self-conscious. And now I don't care. Now I take my little, bag of yarn with me everywhere. So here it's like, look at what you love to do and let that shine. Let that shine forward. And whether it leads to, other avenues like loom work or something like that you didn't think was possible for you or you thought was just weird, now you're like, oh, this is what I can be. This is what I can do. And so though that's a very specific, example because it's mine, Spirit is saying here, let yourself shine. Let you be you and stop being self-conscious. So let's look at what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Can you see that? I hope so. Okay. Interesting. Okay, just give me a moment. okay, for some here, Virgo, there's been a blockage since December. Okay, this is a Capricorn time period. This is Capricorn energy, but it's from December 22nd to January 19th. Somewhere along that way, it's like I feel trapped, I feel overwhelmed, or there's something here that's just become an overwhelming sensation around us. It's like, how do I move forward? How do I get to be where it is that I want to be? It could be the state of the world. It could be, our own personal, having to keep up with everything, having to do things. There's just a pressure here that's really, really intense. I see this as a time frame coming forward because there's almost a very specific moment. There is a very specific moment that comes forward where it's like the brakes were put on. We were like, it's just things spun out of control, brakes were put on, things got out of control, sort of thing. And Spirit is saying here, just be very aware of this. Be very aware of this energy. Be very aware of the fact that at times we can put too much weight on our own shoulders because we're like, well, I should be moving past this or I shouldn't be held back. And Spirit is saying here, no, it's okay that we got derailed. If this was a big derailment, that's okay. And if it was small, that's okay. The fact that we're looking at it and thinking, oh, I shouldn't have been that stupid or that gullible or, that naive, we're really being hard on ourselves, Virgo. So just acknowledge this energy, acknowledge this chaos that has erupted and say, this is a part of my life. And now it doesn't get to drain me because this is vampiric energy. It's like it took away our money. It took away our prosperity. It took away our identity for a little bit there. And this is a time where we're going to see that we start to work with other people. There's a sense that you're not in this alone, which is fantastic, Virgo. As much as you like to kind of step away from things and be quiet and by yourself, you need to work with people. It's just a part of who you are. And so here, there's somebody who you bounce ideas off of. There's something that you bounce ideas off of. And you're like, oh, well, maybe this and maybe that, and dive this way and move that way. So here, there's a sense of, I've been caught in this rut. I've been caught in what I think success is or how I think I should be presenting myself. And it's drained me. Instead of making it so that, I'm that wealthy person, walking by, it's almost like we feel like the beggar. And we don't want to be either. We want to be right in the middle. We want to be that in that place. I mean, maybe we would say, okay, I want to be the wealthy person. But walking by need and hurt and pain doesn't give you the best energy around you. So here, it's being very aware of what is prosperity, what is success, and the way that you need to move forward for you and not for everybody else. There's also vampiric energy around money. There is something here where there was either, grew up with the idea of money is the root of all evil, or, don't act so proud, or don't, be so boastful, or there's just something here where it's like you don't want to be too successful. You can be up to a certain level. But there's also the human instinct to say, I want to be successful. I want to, achieve and succeed. And Virgo, you're just fighting with yourself right now to see what that looks like and how that plays out for you. And that's why Spirit is really saying here, let yourself shine. Let your own talents shine because you bring something beautiful to the world that you're not seeing. It brings us to the Three of Coins. And the Three of Coins is working with others. The Three of Coins is different ideas, different kind of ways of working things. There's the builder, there's the architect, there's the overseer or the provider. And we're going to see us looking at these different avenues or even embracing these different avenues within our lives during this time. And we might think, oh, well, I can't be the overseer or I can't be the builder or whatever. And Spirit is saying, no, look at your life and look at the different roles that you take on just in a day-to-day, type of thing. You'll be surprised at the different hats you wear. You'll be surprised at what you're capable of. But there's also a sense of, I need to bounce these ideas off of people. I can't do this alone. There's something that you're trying to create. There's something that you're trying to cultivate. And again, there's this vampiric energy where it can almost feel like a money pit if you don't start working with others, or if you don't start, connecting with your talents, connecting with your ideas, and not putting everything on your shoulders because you're overburdened right now, Virgo, and you're expecting a lot from yourself. You're not being very kind to you. It moves us to the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is saying, rest, take time to breathe out, take time to take care of yourself. You're going to need to press the pause button. And it's going to feel so counterintuitive during this time to press the pause button because you're going to think, okay, I just have to keep on pushing. I have to keep on pushing. And Spirit's saying, well, when will the pushing be too much? When will it overwhelm you? And so here it's like, okay, calm down and center. Calm down and center. Make sure you're getting good night's sleeps. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're looking at what you need. and make sure that you're moving forward in a sense of, I'm honoring my story, I'm honoring who I am. Because there's something here about fighting against it, fighting the way that we really want to move forward in our lives. It brings us to the Ace of Cups. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of healing, beautiful love. And this gift can bring tears, it can bring intense emotions, it can make us feel overwhelmed at times, but there's a centering coming forward from it. And there's a real sense of, this is who I am, this is what I love. But we're also releasing a lot of negative energy, and that's what we can see even from the turning of this year, that this has been a time where we've purged a lot that doesn't need to be a part of us anymore, or that we really don't want to be a part of us anymore. The Ace of Cups comes in and brings us love, brings us contentment, brings us healing, brings us beauty. And the Ace of Cups comes forward and lets us look at our emotions the way that we want to, the way that we need to, and really opens us up to us. It brings us to the High Priestess. Now, it's interesting because this energy here is supporting this energy, and the High Priestess comes forward and says the veil is being lifted from your eyes. That's why you're able to see where you're stuck. And I know that the world is opening up and everybody's out and we can all have a good time, but there's also a sense here of, I'm seeing what has held me back. I'm seeing what has stopped me. And because we're seeing it, we can also become really harsh on ourselves and be like, well, why was I so foolish? Why was I so stupid? And become rather even abusive to the place that we want to be. That's not going to help us. As we start to see things and as we start to become more clear in our vision for what we want or where we're headed or what's important to us, all of a sudden, it's like, okay, be kinder to you. Be kinder to you. Be gentler to you. It's not handling with kid gloves. It's just saying that you don't need to speak so negatively to yourself. Because a lot of times, we speak a lot more negatively to us in our own heads than we would ever to anybody out on the street. So the High Priestess says, see your worth. See your worth. See beyond the veil. See beyond what everybody else sees. See the heart and see the beauty and see the passion. And let yourself move forward in that contentment. And it'll come and it'll go, but it's here. The Seven of Coins is saying, be patient. Be patient. You have been through a lot. You've grown a lot. And what you're growing is something that takes time. You have to wait for the roots to really settle down. And you have to know when to harvest and when to, let things ripen. So here with the Seven of Cups, it's like, okay, with the Seven of Coins, okay, be patient. Be patient as it builds, but also know that you can't be the only one working. That's going to be something that you need to be aware of. You can't shoulder everything yourself, and yet that's going to be the main instinct that comes forward here, Virgo. The Eight of Cups is breaking out, walking on an adventure all on your own, walking away from something you once thought you would love. You thought, this is the path, this is the way, this is exactly what needs to be done. And now you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised at the twists and turns things take. You're going to be surprised at, the different ways that you move forward, what you're moving towards, what you want, what you desire. And that's okay. There's a lot of beautiful endings coming forward, and the endings aren't failures. They're just beautiful. And sometimes you're done, and you need to know that it's okay to be done. It's okay to sit there and say, you know what, I put enough effort and time and energy into this. I'm not doing it anymore. And I need to move forward for me. Or I need to look at what I've been avoiding and walk away from the hurt and the pain that I've been piling up in these cups. Because you're walking towards something new, but you need to leave behind. It's so interesting because you thought you would never leave it. You thought that this would always be something that you carried with you. And even if it was a mistake, it was like your mistake to be saddled with your whole entire life. And Spirit is saying here, it's okay to walk away. Now, of course, I want to make it clear that it's like not okay to walk away from your children and your family and things like that. That's not what Spirit is saying. But Spirit is saying that there are certain things that have to come to an end. And that ending brings forward a new beginning, brings forward a new growth, brings forward new power, new beauty. So our subconscious energy here to be mindful of is strength, is Leo energy. There can be somebody who's just overshadowing you, like really just trying to outshine you. And because you're in the place that you are right now, you're going to think, okay, they're right, I'm wrong. And Spirit is saying, no. Stop discrediting yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Also understand that you're a heck of a lot stronger than you think you are. And you're going to see strength as this brute force kind of very, I want to say negative sort of connotation, because it's kind of like, I just see like that warrior, it's like cutting down their enemies. And that's not really what you're into right now. You're like, no, I don't want that. So here, understand that your strength can be gentler, can be quieter, can come from the High Priestess. It can come from a place of spiritual awakening and femininity and gentleness. And it's still strength. So don't discredit yourself. Your subconscious chakra energy is, again, the soul star chakra, and it's soul's healing. This is a time where you're going to find that a lot of the wounds that have held you back, a lot of the hurts, a lot of the pains, a lot of the disappointments, well, now you're healing from them. Now you're looking at them in a very different light, in a very different way. It moves us to our subconscious chakra, not chakra energy, but our subconscious tarot energy, and it's the Seven of Wands. Subconsciously, we're ready for a fight. It's like, okay, I have my guard up. I have myself ready to attack. And Spirit's saying here, what if you only fight when it's absolutely necessary? Not letting people walk all over you, but knowing when to give your energy and when not to. It's leading with a gentle touch. Because here, there's almost a sense of, I have to fight, I have to achieve, I have to succeed, I have to keep on pushing forward. And Spirit's saying, calm it down. Calm it down and center into yourself. Because we have too much of a hair trigger right now. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo, and may blessings always be with you.